Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam Spencer just made a miraculous recovery on The Bold and the Beautiful. Thanks to Grace Buckingham's Cassandra Creech $1 million surgery, he is now tumor-free. But Liam's recovery makes zero medical sense, and Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, isn't going to let it go without some sort of explanation. Will Dr. Finn uncover a dark secret about Liam Spencer's cancer diagnosis and miraculous recovery? There's something seriously off about Liam Spencer's surgery and new lease on life, and Dr. Finn can't put his finger on it. P&B spoilers say that Steffy Forrester's Jacqueline Sinswood husband will launch a full-blown investigation at the hospital. Finn knows that Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, is hiding something, and he is going to get to the bottom of it. Will he uncover something so twisted he will wish it stay buried? One possibility is that Dr. Buckingham just scammed the Spencer family for $1 million. Is it possible she convinced Liam Spencer that he was dying when he wasn't, so that Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, would throw $1 million her way? It's easy to miraculously cure someone who was never dying to begin with. But Grace seemed genuinely invested in Liam's recovery, so it's hard for viewers to wrap their minds around that theory. On the other hand, Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint Grace Buckingham could have been a pawn in Liam Spencer's twisted game to win Steffy Forrester back from Dr. Finn. Would Liam really go as far as to fake cancer and pay Grace Buckingham to fake his test results and surgery to make Steffy leave her husband? If that was Liam's plan, it seems to be working like a charm. Do you think that Grace really saved Liam from his tumor? Or is Finn going to uncover something shady at the hospital? Dr. John Finn Finnegan has always stood at the intersection of truth and turmoil on The Bold and the Beautiful. As a devoted husband, compassionate physician, and the son of the notorious Sheila Carter, Finn has navigated a labyrinth of love, deception, and danger. But nothing could prepare him for the dark secret he's about to uncover. One that not only shakes his marriage but threatens to dismantle the Forrester dynasty from the inside out. An unexpected clue in the ER. It begins on an otherwise routine afternoon at the hospital. Finn is reviewing patient files when a young woman is rushed in after collapsing during a fashion internship event at Forrester Creations. Her name is Sadie Benson, an up-and-coming intern with a bright future and a mysterious past. As Finn works to stabilize her, he notices something odd. Sadie's blood work reveals an unusual genetic marker, one that he's only seen once before, on his own DNA report. He shrugs it off as a coincidence until Sadie regains consciousness and murmurs something cryptic. "I know who they really are, they don't." Those words stay with Finn. Later that evening, he revisits Sadie's chart and compares her genetic markers to his own, and the similarities are undeniable. There's no way this is coincidence. Lee's cold resistance. Finn confronts his adoptive mother, Dr. Lee Finnegan, demanding answers. He shares the genetic overlap, suggesting there's a familial connection between him and Sadie. Lee's face darkens. She warns Finn to drop it immediately. Some truths, she says, are buried for good reason. But Finn knows Lee well enough to read the fear behind her words. She's hiding something she promised to protect, even if it meant lying to her son. Lee's evasiveness only fuels Finn's drive. He confides in Steffy, who offers her support, cautiously. "You've been through enough, Finn," she says. "Don't go digging into the past unless you're prepared to face everything that comes with it." He assures her he must know the truth, no matter the cost. Sadie's shocking confession. Finn visits Sadie during her recovery and gently asks about her comment. At first, she denies everything. But when Finn reveals a genetic connection, Sadie panics. "I was warned never to speak of this," she whispers. "But you're different. You deserve to know." Sadie tells Finn that she was raised in a secluded convent in Oregon. Her caretaker, an aging nun named Sister Colette, revealed shortly before her death that Sadie was the product of an affair between a powerful man and a woman who was paid to disappear. Colette kept documents, including a partial DNA profile that matched someone named Sheila Carter. Sadie suspected Sheila might be her biological mother. Finn reels. Could this woman be his sister? A link to Sheila Carter. Finn confronts Sheila, who is surprisingly more open than lie. With her twisted version of motherly pride, Sheila doesn't deny it. She's yours, too, isn't she? Finn growls. She's my daughter, Sheila says softly. But not yours. She goes on to reveal a convoluted tale. During her time in hiding decades ago, Sheila gave birth to twins. One taken from her at birth and believed dead, and another, Sadie, whom she abandoned out of fear and desperation. She never knew what became of them. Finn is horrified. That means there's another sibling out there, one connected to both Sheila and Sadie. And possibly, him. But then comes the real twist. The Forresters involved. Sheila drops a bombshell before storming off. Ask Eric Forrester about what really happened. He'll tell you who stole my child. Finn, stunned, takes the matter to Eric. At first, the patriarch refuses to entertain any conversation involving Sheila. She's a liar. A manipulator. You know that, Eric snaps. But Finn doesn't back down. He shows Eric Sadie's DNA profile. Something in Eric's expression changes, subtle, but enough to suggest guilt. There are things from the past, Eric finally says, that are better left buried. But when Finn presses harder, Eric breaks down. The Forrester family secretariat reveals a shameful secret. Decades ago, when Sheila was exiled from Ley after one of her many schemes, she gave birth under duress. But due to her mental instability, the hospital staff considered her an unfit mother. A private donor, someone within the Forrester circle, paid the hospital to remove the baby and falsify the birth records. That donor? Stephanie Forrester. Stephanie believed she was protecting Eric from a scandal. But the real truth. Sheila's child was adopted by someone under the Forrester umbrella. It's very likely Sadie was raised with knowledge of her real origins, though selectively hidden. Worse still, the original records were destroyed by order of Ridge, who had no idea the baby might be related to Finn. The truth makes Finn sick. They erased a life to keep their reputation clean, he mutters. And the implications run even deeper. Ridge and Taylor's connection. Finn begins to dig further. If Sheila's baby was taken and Ridge orchestrated the destruction of the records, what role did Taylor play? It turns out that during one of Taylor's humanitarian trips in the early 2000s, she worked with an orphanage that received a transfer, an abandoned baby girl with no birth certificate, no parental history. That baby. Sadie. Taylor had once held Sadie in her arms. Unbeknownst to her, she helped send Sadie to the very convent where she would grow up, completely unaware that she might be connected to both Finn and the Forresters. When Finn confronts Taylor, her eyes fill with tears. I didn't know, she pleads. If I had, God, if I had known. A marriage in crisis. Steffi, trying to remain supportive, begins to feel overwhelmed. The revelation that Finn might be biologically connected to Sadie, and by extension, tied deeper to Sheila's past, sparks unease. And Sadie? She's now working at Forrester Creations. The closeness between her and Finn grows, though not romantic. It's the intensity of their bond, shared trauma, shared confusion, shared blood, that causes Steffi to question where she fits into all this. Steffi lashes out one night. Every time you try to uncover who you are, she snaps, you drag her into our lives. Into my company. Into our marriage. Finn is stunned. I'm not trying to lose you, he says. I'm trying to understand who I am. But the damage is already setting in. Sadie's DNA results confirmed. Finn orders a complete sibling match analysis. When the results come in, the truth rocks him to his core. Sadie is not only his sister, she is his twin. That means Sheila's child. The one the Forresters tried to erase was Finn. Sadie wasn't abandoned. She was separated. And the bombshell no one expected. Lee knew all along. She adopted Finn under the guise of a state-approved closed adoption. But she had direct communication with the hospital who handled the Forrester erasure scandal. Lee's motives? She wanted a child of her own and saw Finn's adoption as saving him. In her eyes, she rescued him from a dangerous legacy: Sheila's DNA and Forrester's shame. Finn confronts her. "You chose to lie to me for my entire life." "I chose to protect you," Lie responds, coldly. "And I'd do it again." The fallout. As the truth spirals into every corner of the Forrester family, relationships begin to fracture. Eric is publicly humiliated when it's revealed he condoned Stephanie's decision to erase a life. Rich loses credibility after his involvement in falsifying the records becomes public. Steffi finds herself emotionally distanced from Finn, unsure if she can live with his connection to Sheila and the past. Taylor is plagued by guilt, reevaluating her role in Sadie's path. Lie is under investigation for her role in an unethical adoption and medical falsification. Sheila, disturbingly, is seen in a sympathetic light for once, her maternal instincts, however twisted, finally vindicated. But the person most shattered? Finn. Where does Finn go from here? Alone, disillusioned, and heartbroken, Finn takes a leave from the hospital. He spends days away from everyone: Sadie, Steffi, Sheila. Everyone but himself. He journals. He stares into old photographs. He replays his entire life, wondering how much of it was real and how much was a carefully orchestrated lie. Then one morning, Sadie shows up. She's decided to leave Leigh for a while, to figure out who she is, away from the chaos. But before she goes, she looks him in the eyes. "You're not alone, Finn. I spent my whole life thinking I had no one. Now I have you." She hands him a note. In it, a single line: "Blood makes us related, but pain makes us family." Finn watches her leave. And for the first time in weeks, he smiles. Small, broken, but real. Because though the truth hurt, it set him free. But back at Forrester, things are far from over. Sheila uses the sibling revelation to manipulate both Finn and Sadie. Steffi makes a devastating decision that changes her and Finn's marriage. Eric contemplates stepping down from Forrester Creations after a new scandal. Sadie returns, with someone else claiming to be Finn's biological sibling. Ridge's secrets aren't done unraveling. There's one more name connected to the cover-up. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFULUPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.